Hello, Fifth. Poo Guru here. December 24th, 2020. Boy, what a fun ride that was, huh? Well, it's almost over, so put your hands up, smile for the picture, because 2021 is almost here, and I guarantee you it's going to be even more fun than this year. Alright, so I'm going to start this video as basically just going to give you guys a progress report, sort of tour, end of the year, show off, update, whatever you want to call it. And I think I'm going to start at my desk because this is usually where all of my good ideas that are any good start. I'm usually sitting here watching, some of my other subscribers and what they're doing with their stuff, and that's usually whenever I come up with my good ideas. So this is usually where the magic happens. But you can do a little pause and reset the camera and kind of do a little bit more talking and give you guys a little bit more of a tour, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, Fifth. This is usually what I wake up to whenever I walk out on the back deck with my morning cup of coffee. I can see this monstrosity of a greenhouse that I have built. And I'll be honest with you, since the majority of the material on this thing was free, I mean, I've got wood, in the main structure, and basically screws invested in this thing as far as money wise goes. Everything else was basically time. I think I've done pretty dang good for free stuff, repurposing a whole bunch of free stuff and then trying to turn it into something useful. So on the right side of your screen, that little area right there is storage. In the middle, you can kind of see I've got a raised bed back here, just kind of chilling. It's basically a placeholder at the moment. I've got some leaves in there that are composting down a little bit, so I mean it is doing a thing, but not much. And it does extend on up into the greenhouse itself underneath all of the coverings on the wall there. Again, basically all free stuff. Let's see. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. And I am not the best with the camera, so deal with it as best you can. If you look at the top center of your screen, I found a fancy piece of glass, not the frosted bit, but the little bitty one. Let's see if I can point to it without screwing it up. Oh, there's my finger, right there above my finger. Anyway, I thought that looked pretty cool. Anyway, alright, so yeah, free stuff. If you look over to the left right there, that I call that little structure sticking off about the center of your screen off the greenhouse itself, that is what I call the Germination Room. So that's my most recent update, I guess, or upgrade I should say. In the center here, in this part right here, it's where I call the hanging basket area. I'll show you a little bit more and explain it a little bit further. And then over here on this side where that plastic just flapped back this way is what I call the nursery area. So I'm gonna pause, reset the camera, and continue the walkthrough. Alright, we're back on the other side of the greenhouse now. That right there is the germination room. This area right here is the nursery, and I'll show you more of this in a second. But this is where usually all of the seeds are germinated, and the ones that will be transplanted, etc. And then in here they're set up to grow a little bit more and get ready to go out into the big garden, I guess. Let's see, is there anything over here? I've cleaned up a little bit over there is about all, but it happens. All right, so we'll tell you what's going on with these guys. There's our tractor. Let's see, almost 7 foot wide square, deep, whatever. I've got these set up as going to be my cold frames, and I'm in the process of making concrete walls to set these on, and yeah, that's been an ordeal. So, but anyway, I believe that right there is a Ford 850 tractor, 1954, 5-ish. But somebody was going to ask about it, I'm sure. Either way, cold frames, they're you know, winter hardy crops. You got like spinach and, you know, your leafy greens, your kales and all that good stuff like that, your cabbages, etc., that like the colder weather. You know, you can start some of the stuff earlier, you know, and that's why I'm building these. All 5 of those little bubbles right there are skylights that I got from a neighbor, and you know, got them for free. All I had to do was haul them off. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how that turns out, because if I can get that going, man, that means I've got 100+ square feet of usable, you know, winter crop area. So I can not have to rely on my nursery as much for, you know, winter crops, which I don't even have anything growing in there right now. So anyway, but yeah, the biggest thing, let me reset and I will show you the concrete area and the mess that it is right now. So all right, here is this catastrophe of what I call concrete forms to make concrete walls for it's not even going to be a raised bed, it's just going to be kind of walled off cold frames, I suppose. I am on the high side of it. Let's see, this end closest to the greenhouse is probably about 4 or 5 inches off the ground on that end. So I had to this end right here, I had to drop it, I don't know, maybe 8 inches just to get it relatively level. I'm still in the process of leveling it out right now. I mean, it's Christmas Eve, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing tomorrow. It's supposed to rain today. I mean, it's practically 70 degrees out here, for crying out loud. So, you know, I'll get round to it when I get to it. But yeah, once I get this thing situated, move the strings out of the way and backfill it a little bit, I'll be ready for concrete. And then what I'm planning on doing is trying to do about a 20 or 30% mixture of styrofoam beaded, recycled, basically whatever, you know, you've got stuff that gets packaged in the cardboard boxes, you got the styrofoam in there, you take it apart and you just rub it together and shred it up into little balls as best you can. And then I'm going to take, you know, about a a 20 or 30% of that and add to a whole bag of concrete and mix it up real good and try to make I don't know, a lighter weight. Try to thin out the concrete just a little bit, make it go a little bit further. I mean, most of it's going to be held in by dirt anyway, so I'm not super worried about it. I'm just trying to make my concrete stretch a little bit, honestly, and you know, recycle some of this styrofoam I got floating around instead of just sending it to the landfill. Not that I'm, you know, too worried about that, but you know, do what I can here and there. So I don't know if y'all hear that or not, but somebody has been just shooting off a whole bunch of rounds of something. Anyway, all right, on to the next part. All right, here we go. We're on the other side now. We're on the low end of the cold frame area. So I've made it a little bit shorter than the other bed that I originally made to start this whole process around the stump. And you know, in this area right here that I've left kind of open, number one, I do have a gate on this side, so that way I can open it up and, you know, transport big stuff through here if I need to, like a trailer or something to that effect. And eventually, whenever I tear the middle one out, I am going to shorten it up some too, by about 2 or 3 feet, so I can get, you know, a little bit more, because I've got a gate on the other side as well that's, I don't know, 6 feet wide for sure. I can get a small trailer through there behind the lawnmower. But in this area right here, where them little boards are sitting, is I've got an idea. I propose to build what I call potato towers. I think I've seen somebody use that term. So yeah, whenever this gets done right here, you know, all of this right here, I'm gonna build potato tower here and potato tower here. You know, leave a little bit of space, because I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 of the bubbles. They're going to open up this way, because the south sun, it comes down and this way. It travels over my sky just like that, ish, that way. So the rays come this way. So yeah, got 1, 2, 3. They're going to open up like this, and then the 1, 2. You see them right here? There's 2 little smaller ones. They're going to be right here. I left enough room, so I'm going to have a little gap in between the big one and the 2 set right here. They're going to open up this way. Well, hang on, let me use my other hand. These guys are going to open up this way. So, yeah, I know it seems a little weird, but as far as the configuration goes, it's fine, because I can open them up, and, you know, whichever the least amount of sun, plant needed, whatever, will go back here. The one that doesn't need the most sun. Yeah. And then I'll leave a little bit of a gap right in here, and then potato tower, and I'll still have a little bit of room left over. So this bed, once I'm done with this one, will get completely redone. All of the wood, all of the logs are going to go away and get set off to the side to be used for something else, possibly marking off another bed or something. I'm not sure. They're starting to rot, so I may just try to break them down and try to use them as mulch or compost or something to that degree. But all of the fill that's inside of there, I'm going to dig down. This is going to be a 12-inch tall wall, and I'm going to dig down to the bottom of the wall at the 12-inch mark, and then I'm going to level everything off, you know, cut it up, get it out of there, fill this up to about the 8-inch height, and probably put 50-50 of the native soil, which is, you know, what was there originally, and mix it with the stuff that comes out of here, 50-50. and just churn it up in there and have some good productive soil. And whatever's left, whenever I'm done with this guy, is going to go into the pots and everything that I've got inside the greenhouse. Then I'm going to make another wall around this when I'm going to dig the stump up. That's going to be a big ordeal. I'll probably send you pictures and videos of that one too eventually whenever I get it done in 2097. And then back there you see the big blue tarp with all the metal and stuff on it. That's going to be, you know, redone as well. There's a whole bunch of this stuff that I just shredded up, you know, not long ago underneath that blue tarp. So everything's going to kind of go, you know, a leapfrog effect. And I'm going to fill this one up to what it needs. Get this wall done, built everything like I like it. Fill this one up with 20, you know, a 50-50 mix. And then if there's anything left, fill this up, you know, with 50-50 mix. And then I've got a ridiculous amount of pots and stuff inside the greenhouse that I need to put some kind of soil in so that I can start, you know, growing smaller plants and stuff. So anyway, let's move back into the greenhouse and I'll give you some more tours there. All right, here we are in the storage side of the greenhouse now. As you can see, I mean, there's a little bit of everything in here. So, bicycle, yeah, I'm going to use parts of it for all kinds of different things. So, again, free stuff. Some of it you keep around, you know, containers like this. If you look closely at this one, I've got toilet paper roll holders in it. I'm going to make seed cups, I guess is what it would be called. Anyway, yeah, getting round to it. Hanging basket, yeah, see, I told you I had hanging baskets. That's why I call it the hanging basket area. So, you know, viney types, some of the smaller things that don't get real big, you know, maybe some herbs of sorts, yeah, who knows. She likes cilantro, so I might can get some of that to grow in here. But anyway, there's the desk. Still no water hooked up there. Yeah, I know I'm a plumber, whatever, yada yada. Y'all bite me. I gotta get things growing, man. There's my fancy glass. And transition over to the other side. Storage. And then this is the internal bed. I've got some stuff underneath the pool right there to keep it dry. I've got a little fan going right there, if you can tell. In this bed, all the way along out this way, I've got this black corrugated pipe that I got for free from somebody. I've got it laid out underneath in a loop. This fan's forcing air through there, and then it's coming back, not that way. And if you follow it, it'll go all the way up this way, and it'll loop through. You'll see it, it'll go this way, and it'll come back this way, and then it comes back down here, and then it's just air, you know, coming out here. The fan's not pushing too much air through there, so I'm not too worried about it. It's a prototype design, so I'm trying to see what it does. And I don't think that the fan is big enough to move as much air in here as I need it to move, so I may redesign it later on. But yeah, just there's that. Got soil in there. You know, if I grow any more tomatoes or cucumbers or anything like that, you know, that grow up in there, I've got, you know, everything up top. I've still got all them orange strings I strung you know, several months ago, and then the big bed frame and all that good stuff. So plenty of vines can grow in here. Alright, we'll back up into the nursery. These black trash bags have bottles and cans and stuff like that in there that I've been keeping for using on things like, you know, whenever I use the egg cartons, you know, just repurposing them for whatever, maybe holding fertilizer or water or something to that degree. But at the moment, they are collecting solar energy from the sun, turning it into heat and radiating it inside of the greenhouse to try to keep it a few degrees warmer. And I'll be honest, over the last week for sure, especially since I got that place right there covered up, it's not gotten much below 40 degrees in here. So, yeah. Get a better angle on this. Shelves. Let me block that just a little bit. Alright, you can see shelves over there where I've got pots and stuff. I need to put dirt and stuff in them. I've got this thing reflecting light back into here, so that way I get some more solar radiation. Got a mirror right there. Hi, camera. You know, some random stuff in here. Yeah, I know. You see a gasoline engine. Yada, yada, yada. How do you think I move all them leaves? Another mirror down here. And then you have this structure here. It's where all them fluorescent light covers came in handy, and some more of this. I built a little door. It'll open and close. See, we can go out. It'll open. So, and that's pretty much it. So, fifth, don't be discouraged, because this is what you can do with free stuff. A little bit of time, a little bit of money. I ain't gonna lie, I had to invest some money in it, but you know, a little bit of time, a little bit of energy, a little bit of thinking. This is what you can do with free stuff. Poo Guru out.